I guess, yeah, with first game on somebody's home court, but we've been away from home and we've had to travel and they've performed, so I'm not so worried about that. I'm worried about, will we talk more on defense? Because if we don't start talking more, we cannot get better and we're going to be stuck where we are. Can we create shots for each other versus try to get my own shot? I'm more concerned about that kind of stuff than playing on the road, and that's why I take them away from here. We go on the road, we stay a couple days. Obviously, our last road game wasn't real good and did not perform, so, you know. But I'm more concerned about us, like just what I'm normally, just how do we get better.
Cal, why do you think the guys haven't communicated better to date, or passed and shared the ball?
Mostly you got guys that are, and this is understandable, they're concerned about how they're playing personally. And that's the first step to being a heck of a team player. You got to be comfortable in your own skin. You got to be comfortable with how you're playing. And when you don't talk and you don't share, you're really not comfortable in how you're playing. And so you're kind of into you, and I'm trying to get them come in here, worry about great preparation, and then just play for each other. And it's funny, guys that don't worry about offense, the ball finds them. Guys that are really concerned about offense, it just looks bad. You can see, like, why did he do that? Well, he's concerned about offense. So there's things that they're still learning, and now that's the great thing about watching tape and showing them and explaining it. And, the tape, it doesn't lie. And they'll, I don't know why he took me out. Okay, let's watch these 3 straight plays. Do you know now? Well, he did it too. What? What about when he does it? What? No, I mean, that's not how this works. You asked why you came out, and I just showed you. There's where you came out. This stuff is just fight and energy, and, we have enough stuff that we can play, and whether it's man and zone and late game, but we have enough stuff. None of it's great, but we have enough stuff. Now we just got to create easy shots. The job for each individual player, you have a question, how do I make this game easier for my teammates? And that's both on offense and defense. Defensively, you just talk and let them know where you are, and you really be the help on the ball. You're putting great pressure so that their job's easier, because you're pressuring the ball so much they're not so apt to get beat. And then on offense, how do I make this game easy? Well, you create good plays and opportunities for other people.
Cal Shea wasn't SEC player of the week, freshman of the week. You guys beat 2 good teams. You dropped in the polls. Claudia said you mentioned that to the team. Do you hope that that gets under their skin a little bit?
No, I just said this is, look, if we go to LSU and they beat us by 40, then they were all right. If we go down there and win, well, maybe they're not right. But it probably won't change things, but we'll have to keep proving what we are. And we basically haven't, and it's not who we played. Our schedule's a top 20 schedule. So it's not who we played, it's that people watch us and really don't think we're that good. I said either they don't think you guys are that good or they don't think I can coach. Or how about this one? Maybe it's both. They don't think I can coach or you can play. So, you just use it as fuel. I mean, it's done this so long. I've seen us overrated at times, and I've seen us underrated at times, and fans will get into it. I just want them to know you're not getting the respect, but that means you're going to have to earn it. You haven't gotten it yet.
I know that you're mostly focused on you guys, but do you think the league has gotten to the place with its non-conference wins to start getting more respect in basketball moving forward in the tournament?
The conference wins, you mean? Like, I had a call from a good friend, one of the top coaches, and said the Georgia win, to do what you did as a young team against a rival game, and then the follow-up game a day and a half later, and your kids performed and won playing poorly. That was but no one kind of looked at it like, it was like, wow, Georgia. Georgia is really good. They were 9-2. One of the games they shouldn't have lost, I watched. You got this team, they lost early in Maui. and they've lost one game since then. Maui, I believe, is like November. So LSU, Alabama's playing good. Texas A&M had two of their best players, their two guards, out that last game, so they're going to be fine. Tennessee and Arkansas, they had Arkansas beat at Arkansas, which tells you how good they are, even though they lost that game in overtime. You know, you go right around and you look at the teams in here. I mean, you know, there are no easy games. You go on the road, it's going to be hard.
Cal, how has Will Wade impacted LSU, do you think, from last year or a couple of seasons to now?
Well, they're playing more of an open game. They post it, but they're more of pick and roll and open the court. They're making 10 threes a game the last 5 games, or over 10 threes a game. So they're playing a wide open. They play fast. They're scoring probably 90 a game. And I say they play fast. They don't play as fast as you think. They'll throw it ahead, but if they don't get it there, they're more, all right, let's get this in some sort of pick and roll and get them out of position. He's done a good job. I'll tell you, watching their tape, I've watched probably 5 of their games. He's done a good job. The defending, you know, playing some zone 2-3. They play a 1-3-1 at times. You know, they're man-to-man to get their hands on a lot of balls. He's done a really good job.
John, you've recruited Trey Young pretty hard. How surprised are you at his performance so far this year?
Well, I told Sean, I don't know if you mentioned it on the TV broadcast, I knew how good he was, but I didn't even realize he was this good. The biggest thing in this, and it's a great lesson, Lon Kruger, who I have unbelievable respect for, basically said, we're going to play through you. It's all going through you. You're going to shoot when you want. And he did not lie. He did not lie. What he told that kid, it's kind of like Bobby Cremens, who used to recruit at Georgia Tech. He would tell a kid what he was going to do, and then he did it. You know, you're not going to be the only guy. You're going to share the ball. Hopefully, if he had come here, I would have realized early this kid needs a little more room than some other guys that I've had. Hopefully, I would have realized that. But I knew he was good, which is why we recruited him so long. But I didn't realize he'd be able to do what he's doing, which is basically 80% of their baskets, 70% of their baskets, he either scores or assists. That's a ridiculous number. And he's got a teammate or teammates that are letting him play, and it's helping them, and they're winning. And he's got a coach who, again, one of the best in our business, said, here's what we're going to do. And he went out and did it for the kid. And so I'm happy for Trey. I hope we don't ever have to play him, but happy for him. He's a great kid from a great family. I undersell, over-deliver.
John, Shea's a good player. You had Jamal Murray. There's some other Canadian players who've come and some still coming up. Has something changed with Canadian basketball that it's suddenly this good, or we're just not paying attention?
Canada obviously was hockey for all those years. Toronto Raptors went to Toronto, and all of a sudden, Toronto's like a basketball town, and the Raptors did it. And the Raptors brought basketball to Canada, and now you're seeing their national team, if those guys all play, should be in the Olympics, and then probably, in my opinion, medal in an 8-year period, 12-year period, because they've got guys. You're not doing it just because your name is Canada. You got players. And, you know, the thing that's happened for most of them, like the kids I have not been overhyped. The Canadian kids, including Trey Lyles, who's playing really well right now in Denver, haven't been overhyped, and they come in with a little different mentality. And I'm happy for Shea. He's a great kid. Every day a smile. I mean, I just told the guys, you guys got to feed off of him a little bit, you know. So he's done really well.
Two more guys.
Cal, with your kids never playing a road game like they can see at LSU, how do you prepare these kids for the atmosphere?
They played. I mean, this is a totally different era of where they go play, who they play, the events they play in, the show games they play in. I'm telling you, my concern is how we're playing, not where we're playing. I would play on I-95, put 2 hoops up, shut the traffic down for a couple hours, let's play. Doesn't matter to me. You know, going on the road, this team, we weren't ready for some of this stuff early. But we did leave here to play away from this building because, you know, this can lull you to sleep when you're 24,000, you lead the nation in attendance. And the people at the Georgia game, our fans were great at the Georgia game and the Louisville game. I mean, kind of lull you to sleep. So we've had some road games, and some of them we played well, others we haven't. But I don't think it was, you know, I imagine LSU fans are going to be there, and it's going to be a hostile environment. It'll be a great learning experience, but you won't believe this, when I watch the tape, I won't have the sound on. I'm going to watch the tape, and the only thing I see is between the lines. And I'm just concerned, are we talking more? Are we sharing more? Are we playing desperate? Are we grinding it out at the end? You know, are we attacking to make plays for each other? You know, those kind of things.
John, how dangerous is Tremont Waters?
Dangerous, if you watch him. Great with the ball, finds people, you know, has a green light to shoot to the NBA line, so he'll go back there and shoot NBA threes. You know, gets to the rim. When he's getting to the rim, he'll find you. He's tough. He's good foul shooter. He's a handful. Thanks.